first time, welcome. I am Selena. This is Conversations with Selena. We are glad to have you. What's up? I just got my Walmart groceries. Otherwise, I would have clicked the live button a few minutes earlier. She went to the wrong house. Lord, if you don't bring me my food, bring me my stuff, my expensive cucumbers. Organic is so expensive. I got some organic cucumbers, some coconut water. What else? Some salmon. Nothing. And it was probably $70, $80. I was like, I don't have anything in my cart. Some yogurt. Eating healthy is not expensive. It's not expensive. I can afford it. So I'm watching my words. So I'm not even going to complain because I need it. I'm trying to get the bad out and bring the good in, because if the bad is here, I'm going to eat it, especially when I'm having like a stress moment or hour or day or week. I'm going to eat it. So it's best not to have it in here. So I'm finding that, the cucumbers give me the crunch that I'm looking for, because I need to hear that crunch sometimes. And so the cucumbers, definitely. But Miss Blossom, unfortunately, is not able to be with us tonight, but she is going to reschedule. We are going to go live. We are going to bless you with her presence. She is so full of energy. Her testimony is amazing. And I can't wait for you to hear it, for those who have not heard it. But even if you did hear it, every time she talks, I'm just like, wow. So I know that even if you've heard it previously, you will be blessed again and again, because it's an awesome testimony. Hey, Monique. He said, hey, Lena. I could hear you saying it too. So I'm really just popping in to say, hey, that's all. This Christmas tree, y'all, I love it. Sitting here the opposite direction so that I can actually see the lights. But I got my bill, that $270 something bill. I said, oh, boo-boo, you got to come down. I got to turn you off or do something. That tree been plugged up since December 21st or something, and haven't turned the lights off since. So that's my fault. I just like it, but I shouldn't be sleeping with it on, but I haven't been going anywhere, so I can't say that. But I do need to unplug it. I need to take it down. That's what I need to do. So what are y'all doing tonight? What you cooking, Monique? I know you cook something good over there. I'm waiting, because I need a plate. Somebody need to bring me to the Martin Luther King in the morning, because I do not have a car. I don't know what I'm going to do. Can't put my car in the parade because it's not here. Conversation with Selena going to be on foot. I know, right? Add some Mardi Gras, some spring colors, just whatever the season is. Oh, that's my Walmart pickup. I was about to say, nothing should be coming out. I hope that y'all did what I asked y'all to do, which was go through all of your subscriptions, which means you got to take time to sit, check out that credit card, check out that debit card, your PayPal, your Cash App. Cash App don't usually send stuff out, but take it off your phone. I'm taking mine off my phone. What else could it be? Your Apple, if you have an iPhone, your Apple subscriptions. If it's a Google, an Android, it's probably Google Play. Check all those subscriptions, because y'all, I had too many. I'm going to keep reminding you, because this is the month of food, fun, finances, and fitness. Speaking of that, Mike Steen was here. He's coming back on the 28th. We talked about food. already, but he's going to come back. So bring your towel and your water bottle. He's already instructed us. I got me a water bottle right here. And so we're going to actually exercise on live. Y'all pray for me. That's all I can say. It's been a minute since I exercised, period. Especially to be trying to exercise on live with y'all. But we're trying to, we're not trying, we are. We are creating good habits. We are getting our lives together. We say that all the time. Oh, I need to get my life together. Nope. We're doing it. Actually taking action. Everything is a process. And sometimes we think that the pain that we've been through, it is, to hurt us, is punishment. But the pain is actually preparation. It's preparing us for the next level. And so if you want to go higher, you can't go higher and you're doing the same things. That's not growth. We have to go through the growing pains. And so, y'all, I'm excited. I don't want to go through the birthing pains. But if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. We've been through the fire before. We made it through. Look at us. We don't look like what we've been through. Praise God. Oh, you made a fruit bowl? Yes, yes, yes. What's good? That fruit bowl? um, so, just embrace the process and know that it's for your good. That's all I know. Just know it's for your good. It's preparation. Because if you don't prepare, then you're planning to fail. So failure to plan is planning to fail. Ask somebody who know. Monique know. I be calling. Girl, help me, help me. But we good. We good, good. So the other thing too, oh, back to the shows. So the upcoming episodes are going to be, let's see, we've already had Mike Steen for the food. Then Miss Blossom was supposed to be here this weekend. We have to reschedule her, so that date is to be announced. I'm going off my head, so if I'm rolling my eyes too much, y'all just look away. That's how I catch the thought. Um, what is this? This is the 14th. So then Wanisha Love is going to be finances next Saturday. Let me look while I'm rolling my eyes like it's going to fall out the sky. I just need to look at the dates. So, yes, I got it going, girl. So she's going to do finances on next Saturday, the 21st, and then Mike Steen will be back on the 28th, and that's when we'll do the fitness. Now, in there somewhere, Miss Jackie is supposed to come on because everybody that has ever traveled with her, they say she does an excellent job from the beginning to the end, planning their vacation. So she's going to come on and talk about fun. Matter of fact, let me text her right now so I don't forget. Yep, so Miss Jackie is going to do that for us. And that's going to pretty much conclude our F January. I was like, F January. January got a bunch of F's in it. Food, fun, fitness, and finances. That's how we kicking it off. And then we're going to continue it into February. Another F. And I think we're going to do forgiveness. It's the month of love. And the only way that you can truly love, I believe, is to forgive yourself and forgive others. So if you're carrying unforgiveness, then that hinders you from truly, truly loving unconditionally. So we're going to work on getting some people to come in here and talk about love, talk about forgiveness, and also Black History. So it's Black History Month, but then we're going to also talk about love, and we're going to talk about forgiveness. Because now at Conversations with Celena over here, we're going on a self-discovery journey. Self-discovery. All this time I've been saying, about that doctor that I met who asked me these questions about what do you like to do? And I went down a whole list of titles. Oh, I'm a student and I'm a mama and I'm a this and I'm a that and I'm a da, 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 just all kinds of stuff. A list. He was like, okay, now that you told me what you do and the title that they are, what do you like to do? I had never had anybody take out that time with me. I would go back to that doctor if I could. He's not in my network and he's an hour away. But he asked me that and he told me to start writing things down, to write things down. And then every week, I think 3 times a week, do something that I love. But that's also a process if you don't know. And I didn't know. So over here, it's now self discovery with sunshine. So we're going to be every single month right now. We're going to be going through things that help us learn who we are. And I think that kicking it off with forgiveness is probably one of them. Because once you get to talking and thinking, you realize that there's been somebody, old boyfriend, old teacher that talked down to you, old somebody, that you never realized that you were holding on to some unforgiveness toward them. And we don't want anything to hinder our future. So it's called Self Discovery with Sunshine. And I think every month we're going to pick another topic. And we might, go off a little bit like Miss Blossom. Hers is her testimony. Girl, plug it up. Hers was her testimony. So, but it'll be more so you'll know when to find me. You'll know what we're talking about because I'm going to try to communicate with you in advance so that you can be prepared. We can be prepared to go on a self-discovery. And that takes self-discipline. It's all about getting yourself where you need to be before you can go out and be helping all these other people. And same with me and everybody else. Like, we really do have to focus on our house. You know how they say sweep around your own front door before you go try and sweep around somebody else's? It's a true statement. Girl, I'm still working on that. Okay, I like doing the lives. That's obvious. I do like being positive. I like encouraging people. I have these journals now. Matter of fact, Cint got me this journal. So Cint got me this journal. She said she saw it. And she said, that's my link. Y'all all call me link. She's like, that's my link. So she got me this. It's really a planner, but I've been writing all in it, using it like a journal. And so I like doing that. I reminded myself, once I started listening to music again, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot how much music makes you feel better. Just a song could change your whole mood. And so that's one thing. Thank you for asking, Monique. You just try to bring me back. Be like, okay, come on back and tell us what you like. I'm still working on the self-discovery though. And I think part of it is action. Like, we'll say we want to know who we are, or I'm working on who I am, but we're not really doing anything. We think it's just going to drop down in our spirit. Oh, I like doing this. No, you have to get up. I like massages because I was supposed to go get one today. You start doing things and you be like, that's not really for me. Or you're like, okay, I like this. This is something that I could do. Like, Monique, you could read a book in a day. I can't read a book in a day. I can walk around and listen to an audio book some, but just to sit down and read it, I'm not a fast reader. So then, because I got about 10 books right now stacked up over there that I need to read all the way through. I've read some of all of them, but not one of them all the way through. That might sound crazy. Like, why would you start? See, this is why I'm taking Cashapp off my phone. Listen, Cashapp about to go away. It will not be so easy. No. See, why does this happen to me when I'm on live? Who Jesus. Be done changed my mood. um, and it changed my thought. I can't remember what I was saying. Hey, Yolanda. Oh, yeah, Yolanda was supposed to come and do a flawless face for us this month. So I'll try to get with her and see if she's still able to do that. I think she just did one on her platform. So we'll have to get together and coordinate. Whoo, child. Okay, girl. Okay. So I guess that's it. I gotta go work on my finances. I downloaded Mint, and so Mint will separate your your spending into categories. And so I did download that because I'm working on that. Also, the store is going to be available really soon. If anybody wants to, I love you too, girl. If anybody wants to vote on the um, the butterflies that I have right now, because a butterfly is going to actually be on the jogging set on the merchandise, text me and I'll send you the butterflies that I have right now to get your opinion. There's two particular butterflies that are winning right now, and so I got to pick between the top two. Um, Actually, I have a lady drawing some butterflies too, so I'll have some more to share with you all soon. But we got to make a decision so that we can get the merchandise out. I have like 3 or 4 orders already for the jogging sets, and we got to get the symbol on them so we can go ahead and get them made. So I would love your input. I would. I'm probably missing something, but if I am, it's okay. I'll just pop back on and remind you. I didn't even name it because it's just Sunday Night Live. I wanted to come on impromptu. If anybody want to pop on here, they can pop on here and have a conversation with me. I can send you the link. Yep, I can send you the link. But you want me to say? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, invite. So invite. Let's see. Hold on, it's opening up my Gmail. Okay. I emailed it to myself. And I'm about to send it on over. Y'all, used to the silence would make me nervous, but I don't get nervous like that no more. Cause the thing about it is, if you hanging out with me, then you hanging out with me. Sometimes you be like, oh, she ain't talking about nothing, and you go on. Okay, I sent it. I sent it to you, Yolanda. So, some people, they're just really impatient, and so if you pause for any length of time, they're out. They're gone. They're going on to the next page, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to hold anybody that don't want to be held. If you want to hang out with me, because we don't have any specific topic tonight, it's just me being consistent, being disciplined, because my groceries had just got here. Um, and I didn't want to get started while I had to go put them up because I knew I had those cold items. And I just waited until afterwards and I did what I needed to do. Make sure y'all go out to any MLK celebrations on tomorrow. Go support the people that have worked so hard to put those, um, the committees that have worked so hard to put on the parades and the programs that's held at the churches or community centers or wherever they're being held in your local town. Be sure to go out and support them. Yolanda, let me know if you didn't get it. I sent it in Messenger. And listen, let me see. She might not even say it. So yesterday I did that juice and I was like, y'all be looking for the tea, but over here we got the juice. And I didn't know what I was saying because y'all know I don't know all that stuff. Y'all young folks know. But I said, what does the juice mean since I'm over here juicing, right? And it's got a lot of different meanings. But it was saying influence and power. And Yolanda, I don't know if you can still hear me. It says your camera and microphone needs to be connected. So you have to give it permission. You have to give StreamYard permission for it. So I'm going to read it if I could get to it. I'm going to have to write it down so I can remember. So I typed in let me see if Siri just tell me. Siri, hey Siri. What does the juice mean in slang?
I found this on the web.
She ain't gonna read it. She did find it for me, so I ain't gonna be mad with her. Or did she? It came straight up. But it was influence and it was power. It had a few words. Of course, I can't find it right now. But I'm like, that's what we're about over here. So don't come looking for gossip because we're not spilling the tea. We're just we're not spilling the tea. We're being positive. We're being influential. We're being impactful. We're doing self discovery. There she is. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey.
how you
How you
doing?
doing? How y'all doing?
I am excited and I am super motivated right now because I love what you said earlier about self care and taking care of yourself a little better and stuff like that. I'm like, that's what happened. I'm jumping in.
Yes, so it's we talk about self love, and some words are kind of overused just on the internet and in um, books and lives and all this kind of stuff. And so everybody talks about self love and self care, but what about self discovery? Like, so over here, that's what we're doing because we want to dig deeper. Like, the self care and the self love show you getting your nails done and show you getting your hair done, and it show you doing the outward things, but people are still unhappy on the inside because those outside materialistic beautification type things, that's not what's going to make us happy. That's not going to last, because in 2 weeks, you're going to see them cuticles again, and the nails going to be done grew out, and the roots going to be done grew out, and you got to go do it all over again. So we got to find that internal,
Yeah.
those things about us that when we're just quiet, alone, that we're still loving ourselves.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that internal dialogue matters too. Like what you're telling yourself. You got to
What
be
you're
aware
telling
of what you,
yourself. Yeah.
yeah. Because a lot of what we feel, that's coming from thoughts. That's how it happens. You know, when we get that understood, we pay more attention. Like you said, self-discovery. You got to tune out the television. You got to tune out what people might be saying to you or what people maybe trying to recommend for you to do. You need to know yourself and know what you like and what you care about. And when you can't touch on or remember what you used to like, or if it doesn't apply now, that's you're touching on some signs of depression.
Mm-hmm.
And being aware of that is the key.
Self awareness. That's the other word that I was going to say. Like self awareness, what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're putting into yourself, what you're saying
Yeah.
about yourself. Whenever you say, "Girl, you so dumb," or "You
I,
so forgetful," or
yep.
you know, we talk about ourselves. No, don't nobody else have to come tear us down, because before we walk out the house every day, we've been and said so many negative things about ourselves that it's ridiculous, and it takes somebody else to say, don't say that. And you're like, what did
Right.
I say? You don't even, you're not cognizant of it because you've done it for so long.
Habits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad
And
habits.
right. Bad habits it's still, excuse me, it's still a habit. And habits, all habits can be broken. But there's a way to break certain habits. You have to do certain things to break certain habits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
And
we
they
want to
say
replace
21
it with
days.
a good habit. We want to
Huh?
replace it with a good habit.
Yes, that's one strategy. Replace it with a good habit. Another strategy is understand what the beginning or what created the habit or what gravitated you toward that habit. Because when you understand, like, okay, I only gravitated toward this situation or this particular action because of blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And if you say I'll use myself as an example. I would gravitate toward maybe depriving myself of something I really enjoy because I'm punishing myself. I used to do that a lot. I used to do self punishment.
I'm listening. I'm just sending this money.
Oh no, that was just what I wanted to say because I mean a lot of us tend to punish ourselves instead of rewarding ourselves. And I'm not saying rewarding ourselves with something that we eat or something that's going to give us like a quick fix. Like you said, like just tending to the outward appearance doesn't do it. If you look in the mirror and you're still going to turn around and say something about yourself, that's not building yourself up. There's a difference between edifying and just destroying yourself. Those are opposite. You know what I'm saying? So when you have destructive thought patterns, ain't nothing wrong with going to counseling.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing wrong with counseling.
Mm-mm. Because a skilled therapist knows what to say when they hear certain words you make that may come out your mouth and you think it's normal practice. Oh, it's all right. It don't matter. I'm nothing. I'm did it. It's just, and they're like, what is it? Let's pause real quick and unpack what you just said so that it make you have a light bulb moment. You know what I'm saying? And that I think that's one of the biggest strategies in my life that helped me overcome that, overcome a lot of the negative experiences I've had in my life. When you get around people and they're not positive and they're negative, and that just makes it worse.
Oh, definitely. Um, that's why you gotta be careful who you are associated with.
Yeah.
Like they used to say, birds of a feather flock together, but you don't necessarily have to be like them. But if you stay in that environment long enough, before you know it, you would have taken on some of those habits. And if they're not good people, if they're toxic people, you're either going to take on the bad habit, or it's going to turn you into a bad, you having a bad mood or attitude or temper or whatever. And That's why it's best to learn the people that you hang around, listen to what they're saying, and if they're in a position that they can pull you up, because some people motivate you to do more, and they motivate you to do better, and they make you feel good about yourselves because they don't criticize you.
Right.
They actually look for things to encourage you about, look for things to compliment you about, and tell you what you can do. Because some people really can look at you and see all the good that you have in you, all the gifts, all the talents. Like Cleveland came over here and brought me that wreath, and she said, "Girl, I said I wasn't doing wreaths." What? Why? So she just started, and she did an excellent job on the reef. But she's around people that are encouraging her to continue to dig deep for more things that she's able to do. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to do a reef. I mean, I guess I could, but that's not what I want to do. In my self discovery, I'm not finna sit down and be clip, clip, clip. You be on the phone with her, that's all you hear is clip, clip, clip. She over there clip, clip, clipping everything. And I done got tired of just sitting there doing that same thing.
Yeah.
And then you have to be creative.
Yeah. But creativity, it varies per person.
It varies per person.
Yeah. Because some people that, like me, I'm creative with just makeup, fashion. That's my creativity, or drawing, stuff like that. But some other people are like, I'd rather be more creative in arts and crafts, like your friend, the reef.
Mm-hmm.
hmm But that's the point of self discovery. You need to know yourself. You need to
You need to
be
know
okay with being with yourself. Yeah. And
Yep.
understanding what you like and what you don't like. And when you say that birds of a feather flock together, I can kind of hear that, but there's some situations, like in my case, I'd rather be by myself than a group of people that just, I don't know, because some people, they can turn on you when you don't act like them, or you don't behave in ways like you said. Like if you hang around people long enough, you pick up their habits. But if you never pick up their habits, get attitude because it's like, why you ain't? Because I don't. That ain't what I do. That ain't what I want to do. That ain't what I'm into. Like, you got people that drink sodas. I don't drink sodas. No amount of me spending time with you all day gonna make me drink some soda. I don't drink sodas. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it depends on, I guess, your true relationship you have with yourself.
With yourself.
Because
Because I was just gonna say, as you were talking about, like, you do the makeup and stuff. And I just want to jump in here and say this because so many people are doing the same things. So many people are doing talk shows. So many people are doing podcasts. So many people are doing makeup. So many people are doing the exact same things that if we're not careful, we'll let right here start to compare ourselves. So you and I could both sit here and both do Mary Kay, both put on some eyeshadow, both put on some mascara at the same time, and you still gonna have your audience, and I'm still gonna have my audience. So we
yeah,
don't need to get caught up in feeling bad or talking negative to ourselves. Well, Yolanda, she did her makeup better than I did my makeup, or it was more people commenting on her makeup than we will get caught up in that and want to quit.
now
Quitting is not
that's
an
a mindset thing,
quitting is not an option.
right?
And we cannot get caught up in worrying about what somebody else is doing next to us, what somebody else
Correct.
is doing similar to us, because there's only one you. And you are unique, and you need to be beautiful. Be you,
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
Because there's,
And accepting of what you bring to the table, because like you said, a lot of people get doing the same thing. We all breathing, but I'm breathing over here, you breathing over there. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing with your audience because of who you are. We're different people. So even though people can be doing the same thing, that's irrelevant because we're different people providing a different perspective. We have different backgrounds, we have different experiences, we have different, you know what I mean? So even though we got
I
people
know
doing,
exactly what you're saying. I
yeah,
agree too.
Yeah, so it's okay that if you have a larger following than me, and I may pop in every now and then. I'm not as consistent as you, but what you supply, what your topics are not the same as my topics. It's still supplying people that listen in that what they need, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you bring to the earth, it's still valuable.
Girl, I could pass by somebody's TikTok. We all know TikTok started out being just 15 seconds, I think,
Yeah,
30 seconds, whatever, just short, short. And you
yeah,
can get something out of those 15 seconds
yeah.
of whatever that person is saying. So, my live, your live might be 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, but in that time frame, somebody might pop on, get their little golden nugget and pop right off, and they think about
Hmm.
it all day long. Yolanda said blah blah blah, and that stuck with them all day long. So regardless if the numbers show it, we have to be okay knowing that what we're doing is what we're supposed to do, and
Right,
in due season, if it's meant to grow, it's going to grow. But
right.
sometimes your audience is just going to be your audience. And you have
Hmm.
to continue to show up for them like you would show up for, tens of thousands of people. You still just show up. You still be consistent because those people are dependent on you. And y'all know I say it all the time, you have an assignment. And if it wasn't for the people that I'm attached to, I wouldn't still be doing this
Oh,
because you do get, um, I don't know, when you're a one person show and you're doing it, and you just get tired. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. You get tired, period. And in self discovery, you have to rest. You have to know when to rest, but
yes,
you just can't quit.
right.
Even if
You
it was writing, let's say I found in my self discovery that where I really found my healing was not doing lives, but in my writing. So then I shifted. That don't mean I failed. They be like, oh, I knew it wasn't going to last. Baby, as long as I'm still healing, that's what my journey is. So it doesn't matter if I go offline and I'm no longer doing lives. As long as I didn't quit,
mhm, right,
you know, that I win as long as I don't quit.
right. As long as you don't quit, just keep
Yeah,
going,
and it
keep
might just
going.
be something different.
Hmm. Yeah, you're
Doesn't
right.
mean I failed, doesn't mean I quit.
No.
It means I shifted. It means growth
Your journey is yours.
to embrace.
Yes, to embrace and live out.
To embrace and live out until the day we die.
That's right. We're not here on by accident. We're not on this earth by accident. I don't believe in that. So I'm just throw that out there. If anybody that's saying we were Big Bang, I ain't trying to knock people with the Big Bang theory, but we're not by accident. That's all I'm saying. I just really do believe that we are destined to walk this out. Meaning whatever was put in you, whatever was conceived in you to birth, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the graveyard is filled with so much potential, untapped potential, because people just didn't do it and put action behind it.
Mm-hmm. And I want people. I want to leave something positive with people, so that they'll remember. I remember Sunshine. She used to always say, "Hey, Sunshine." If that's all that they remember, then that's good with me.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. But then what do you want to resonate with yourself on a discovery? Your self discovery. What do you want to remember and always remember about you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You
I did
know.
this exercise with Beth Stewart in the strength assessment thing or whatever, and it was like doing a timeline, and you highlighting or right doing a fishbone timeline thing, and you
Mm-hmm.
put down the most what's the word I'm thinking of, the milestones in your life, whether it was something that was very significant, something that was like an aha moment for you or traumatic experience, whatever those experiences were, put that on that timeline, and then you go back and you look at the overview like, oh, okay, what did I get? I gained a lot from looking at those experiences that I wrote down. I'm like, wow. It took 2 pages, of course. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow, I went through more than I thought. And people say that they see strength in me, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't, whatever. And but now I'm sitting there thinking to myself, maybe I am. Well, like, is it really a strength thing to just want to just keep pushing forward, not living in the past? Because the past is gone. You can't do nothing about it except talk about it, try to make sense of it. But after that, then what? How much time are you gonna spend on it?
Mm-hmm. And therefore, we miss the moment.
We miss the
We
present.
miss
Yep.
being present in the
And the
moment.
gift. Yeah, we miss the gift of being here today because we stayed in the
Right now.
past. Or some people, that's where anxiety come in. They're in the future, and they
Oh, they
living
can
in the
be in the
future. And it's
future.
like, wait a minute, today the gift.
Today is the gifts. And, we have that, I think it's Carpe Diem, seize the moment.
Yeah,
And a lot of times we don't live in that moment, or we're trying to capture it in a picture or a video for FaceTime that we get so caught up in that we still miss the moment. And we
yeah,
got to really practice, be intentional about just being present right now.
yeah.
So right
Being
now on this live, like, I'm present with you right now. I did get distracted because I needed to send that cash out because the person was in need of it. But now I'm back, and so we have to remove the phones. We have to remove the distractions so that we can be present in the moment with that person.
right.
And this is what makes the difference. This is how people are able to confide in you and confide in me because we're present with them in that moment. We're
Right.
listening to them. I put a thing out about pet peeves. Sometimes we're waiting so anxiously to speak cuz that you cut me off. Like, people cut me off, and I'm finding that they do it more often than not. I'm like, do you not think that what I'm saying is important, especially if that's after I have been silent for so long, letting you speak, and then when it's my turn, you cut me off. My friend the other day said, I know I just did your pet peeve. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna forget if I don't say it. But we have to be respectful of other people. You know what I mean?
I do. And you know what? What you just said proves my theory, which is when people do that, it's because they're listening to themselves. They're listening to the voice in their head. They're listening to their own thoughts. They're not listening to what you're saying. Because that person that said, I have to say it before I forget, that's because the whole time she won't listen to you. She was listening to what was in her head. And that's a pet peeve for me, or it definitely was when I was like, when I was in the dating world or whatever, because I'm like, I don't want somebody that's just interested in what I look like. Even though I pay attention and all that, and I like that's fun for me. But are you interested in the things that I'm saying? Are you interested in things that I'm interested in? Are you interested in anything relevant to what's going on in my life? You know what I'm saying? Because if there's no interest there, then what are we doing? What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
And then to go through what I'm about to go through, divorce and things of that nature, it's just like, what was the whole point of the entire thing? And only thing I can think of was for me to come back to me and to know who put all that love back on me and not keep trying to put it on somebody else. Put it all on me. Focus on me. Put it on me and my babies.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people don't appreciate what you bring when even if it's a conversation. Some people don't appreciate it, and they show that by not listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And I was just gonna say, so often in the dating world, it is strictly that physical attraction, and you find out, hey, listen, you're not the one,
it
and
ain't worth
so
it.
quickly, it ain't worth it. You just go, don't worry about it. I ain't trying to be nice about it. I'm just being honest about it. Go ahead on about your business because you're not interested in me. You're just interested in that one thing, and
What you
so
bring.
what
Yeah.
you bring. Yeah, so that is very unfortunate because these men miss out on good women because of their foolishness.
Shallow.
Yeah.
I can't think of another. Foolishness is the best way to put it, though.
Yeah, and that's just trying to be nice about the situation because we didn't come here to talk about that. But because you mentioned the physical and being in the dating world, so many women, because there's so many, I really do need to look up the ratio. We always say there's more women than men, but I don't know what the real ratio is. But they know that there's so many of us out here. It's like, they try to have multiple at the
Yeah,
same
because they
time.
know a lot of them are locked up or dead. So they when you talking about men, right? So some of them probably relying on desperation. Women will take
Desperation
anything.
ain't living over here. If
No.
desperation lives here, desperation does not live here. We have self discovery, self love. We got all of that
Mm,
going on. No more desperation, no more loneliness, honey. I'm over here and I'm not lonely at all. I'm
me
too
neither.
busy. I don't even have time to think about being, oh, I'm lonely. No. When I get to thinking about things, it's not from a place of being lonely. It's just thinking about how hard people are having it these days, how hard it was over the holidays. I have to be honest, I really had a rough Christmas and I can't pinpoint exactly what caused it. I just know that so many people have passed away. I know that um the suicides, the the financial strain that people were going through, and definitely the deaths, especially around my age. Like every
Mm,
time I looked up, and I know that everybody that's on a phone or a computer, they understand this. When you open up your computer, automatically there's the scroll of the news feed for the day, and there's always this, this. And I'm like, don't we have some happy news to tell?
what news
Because
feed are you talking about? On TV?
just on your phone or on your tablet, like when I open up my tablet, there's this screen that automatically rolls with, I don't even know who it is. It just rolls across it automatically. I think it might be Bing, that it
Oh,
opens up to Bing and then it just rolls across and it tells you, so and so dead
yeah,
at 54, so and so died, and most of them are stars because
yeah,
it's a news feed, or um, it's like the national news feed.
yeah,
But even if not, even in your personal feed, so and so's funeral is this day. Like last week, I think it was probably 4 or 5 deaths just here in our small town. And every time you hear about it, it's just heartbreaking.
yeah,
Some of them are older, and you're still sad. It doesn't matter that Auntie was 95 years old. You're still like, oh, she was so sweet.
yeah.
And it weighs on you. Like we were talking about our mindset. Um, and the things that we think about. We can't stay there too long grieving with the people that have already passed, because if we're not careful, we'll be in the grave with them. We'll be walking around here like we're alive, but we'll really be over in the grave grieving them and never letting that go.
You're right. The grieving process, it's a process. It's a real process. And sometimes a therapist or even clinical hypnotherapy helps. Because the grief process is still going to happen. Whether you try to run from it or not, it's still grief. Some people don't even cry, but whatever is going to get those feelings out, it's still, you got to figure out what works for you. I'm a crier. I can cry and then it's out, or there's different things you can do, but you got to transfer that energy, that pain, that painful energy, that painful memory, or something, and shift it or channel it into something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it will keep ruminating. It will be in your head, and then you can't change death. When death happens, it's there,
It's
and
done.
yeah, it's done. But if you allow yourself some time to grieve and really grieve, just I'm not saying you got to be wailing in front of people. Some people need to cry by themselves. Cry by yourself, or just need to be in a funk. Be in a funk. Those are your emotions. Your body is telling you stuff. Listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always. You don't always have to be. what's the word I was gonna say? I wouldn't say happy go lucky, but that's the only thing coming to my mind right now. But we're human, and when things are feeling away, it's because we're thinking something that's creating those feelings. So that's why to get out of those feelings, you got to physically do something or have a strategy to get it out of your head.
To think about something else. Yeah.
Yeah, or shift how you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it like whoever passed away, they're now in another realm. They're still around, but maybe their spirit is free. It's no longer in the body. That is, some people can accept that better than I'll never be able to see them again, and this is it. This was all there was, and it's like, well, sometimes maybe you could feel their presence if you're thinking about them. People think like in reincarnation. I don't, but some people believe in reincarnation. Like maybe they are coming back in to the world in a child, you know. But it's still how you process and what you think about that cycle of life. It's a part of life. We're gonna die. We're going to pass away.
We're going to pass away.
Yeah,
And everything is in our perspective. There's certain words that you hear people say over and over, and process is going to be one of them, and perspective is going to be another one. So we're going to
yeah,
go through a process with anything.
yeah.
You having a child, you're going to go through a process. You go into college, you're going to go through a process. No one shows up and gets a degree just by saying, "Oh, let me take the test." No, you
Right.
have to go through the classes before
Hmm.
you take the final exam, before you do your dissertation. You have to go through it, and you have to go through the process in order to get to the reward.
Right.
And no one seems to really want to go through the process anymore. They just want the end result because there's a sense of entitlement that no one wants to work for it. They just want it to be handed out. And when we say this, it doesn't apply to everyone because you have some people out there that are true workaholics. You have some people out there that have great work life balance. This doesn't apply to you. This applies to the rest of the people that don't want to go through the process. But
Microwave
when the
generation.
microwave generation, but when you're going through it, the perspective is what keeps you going. If you focus on all the pain, like we were talking about earlier, the late nights, the blood, sweat, and tears, you liable to give up. But if your perspective is when I get through it, there ain't no giving up because you already knowing when I get through this, that's what's waiting on me on the other side. Just like when your loved one pass away, they're waiting for me on the other side. That's a whole different perspective. And like you said, you're more able to accept it based on your perspective, which is
Hmm.
why I'm going to say this, then I'm going to be quiet. Um, I say and I believe that everything happens for a reason. So, therefore, when it happens, I'm not as devastated by it because I'm like, you know what? This is happening for a reason. It's happening for me because all things are working together for my good. And then, period, end of story, you got to move on.
Right.
That perspective will help me get through. That perspective helps me have a more positive attitude versus, oh God, I might do all that because I'm just dramatic. But I'll go, oh God, okay, everything happens for a reason. I got to go through all the drama for with it. But, at the end of the day, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to look for that silver lining
Yeah.
because I want to
I,
help somebody else get through.
right. And with that, I think of, I think it's first or second Corinthians in chapter 10, where it says, God not gonna let you go through more than you can bear. So I'm like, for myself, when I get in this, I'm thinking like, dang, why I had to go through that? Why I had to go through that? Why I had to go through that? Or why am I going through this now? And I'm like, well, whatever's happening, I know that it's for my benefit. I know it's gonna turn for my good. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not gonna be too much and I can bear it. If anything, it's gonna make me stronger or more poised or more.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, oh, I was gonna tell Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa. Oh gosh. See this? Look, this touch screen is
Oh,
sensitive, honey. The touch screen is sensitive. Hey, Vanessa. Vanessa will share my stuff. I don't even have to ask her. She be
oh,
on it. She gonna share it. She gonna share sunshine.
yes.
So that's what I be asking everybody else to do, to go share a smile and spread some sunshine. With that being said, y'all please invite. I'm giving away a Massage Envy gift card for the person that does the most invites. And on the business page, I realized that I can't see who you invite, not like a group. So you're going to have to take a picture and send it to me after you do your invites. That way I can tally it up and know who has the most, so that y'all can go get you a massage at Massage Envy. And the good thing about it, I found out today that I am able to transfer. I'm able to transfer a massage. So that helps me out. Um, because I have about 6 or 7 of them. I haven't been. My child has my car. I had my groceries delivered today. I had my groceries delivered last week. I'm thinking, this child right here just don't even understand. But my vehicle is on the way. I am trusting and I'm believing. It's on my vision board. Y'all, if y'all don't believe in writing it down, making it plain, you better catch the vision.
Hello.
Literally, you better catch the vision and get to writing things down and believing that they're going to come to pass, and thanking God in advance as you're writing it down that it is already done. Write it in the present tense,
That's
not
right.
the future, because you're going to be waiting on it a minute if you do that. So,
Amen.
mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, I am so glad I was able to pop in with you.
I'm so glad you was able to pop in too, baby girl.
Yes.
All made up. Sunshine was not. Girl,
Well, I had to
I
do the
almost
flawless
did
face.
flawless face. Come on over here and do mine. I
Hey, we can do it online. You got all the products.
I
I got
do.
to know how. I'll tell you. You need to set some time this week.
We do. We should do that. That'll be fun. Bring us
Yes.
a bring us a orange juice. You don't drink soda. Bring us a
Nah,
little
I
orange.
drink apple juice. I don't drink orange juice neither.
Okay, apple juice, a cranberry. I have to do like I
Or
juiced the other
pineapple juice.
day, so I have to actually do a juice because I still have kale, spinach, apple, um, lime. I put all that in there. Carrot, celery. It was good.
I bet it was like a
It
smoothie.
did. It was through the juicer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good. Pineapple juice is my favorite. Apple juice is next. I don't drink orange juice because it's really high in sugar content. That's why I don't drink it. It's got a lot of sugar in orange juice. A lot.
Yeah, I don't have any orange juice in there. Yeah, I don't think I have any juice in there, honestly. I
Mm.
did get some coconut water today
Oh, that's so good.
because the huh?
That's so good for you. Coconut water.
Yeah, so my friend told me that when you're juicing, because I was over there putting all that product in the juicer, and it's gonna give me like drop. I'm like, oh my God, I need to run something through here that I can get some juice out of. When I put that carrot in there, I was like, go figure, I'm gonna get a lot of juice out the carrot. But she said that you stretch it with the coconut water because you're still getting vitamins, and it causes your juice to stretch out and last longer.
Oh, and I heard it's high in iron too.
Okay.
Hmm. I heard it helps with
Okay.
low iron, anemia, drinking that coconut water.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, but some drink
See,
it. I've drank it. I've drank it with nothing in it. No added juices and stuff. Warm it. You might need a little ice and some coldness. 'Cause it's an acquired taste.
say that again.
Coconut, well, to me, coconut water can have a taste that's not the best.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because I tried to drink it because I drink water without it being cold, and so I was like, okay, it's coconut water. No, bad idea. Don't drink it warm. Nah,
Yeah, it's
not room
definitely
temp.
a taste.
Yeah, there's a taste to that. Mm-mm, it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
Well,
gonna
listen,
try to hop in into my Mary Kay meeting. I'm about 15 minutes behind, but I'm gonna try to hop on that real quick.
girl, that's somebody said you cute. I don't know who it is.
Thank you.
They done jumped on and said she fine, fine. I said okay.
Oh, that must be a man. Either way, thank you.
Yes, yes,
Thank you
it's a
much.
man. It looked like his name John.
Okay.
John say she cute, cute. Okay, John, go ahead on, get that in there. She got
All
that
right,
flawless face.
John.
She got that flawless face, baby. But I was gonna say, girl, that's my Mary Kay meeting too. So go
You need
find
to
out
get on
the
the call
information.
together, girl.
Yeah, I'm about to go do some training. I got training I got to do. So I'm going to go do the training. I'm going to
Yeah.
let you go do the meeting. Thank you for jumping on. Y'all
Thank
go
you for
share a
having me.
smile, share this video, share a smile, pay it forward. And y'all go be sure to invite your friends to come over to Conversation with Selena. We're growing our community. Right now, it is self-discovery with sunshine. We might even have a private, what do you call it? What did you do today? What is that called?
Uh, uh, online event
We might
in my
have a
group.
private online event to take one of those tests to help self discover, a self discovery test.
I like that.
Yes, we might do that. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna dig more into this next month. But y'all, in the meantime, go share a smile and spread some sunshine. Y'all have a
Love
great night.
you.
Mwah. Love you too, girl.
Bye.
Bye.